Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 17. Whoa, this throwback though to the first episode. And that cut to Sukuna's face. Oof. Episode 41, Thunderclap Part 2. Is this Yuji helping others? Get that power boost, Megumi. Alright, we're seeing, we don't really know. Yeah, we got a little preview of this, but don't know exactly how it happened. I guess flashing back a bit. Speaking of villains, I really want to see get taken out. This guy has wasted so many opportunities by just being a jerk and stalling. Oh, something's coming. I think we saw a little bit of it last episode. What is it with Megumi and just having no self-preservation instinct, no regard for himself? They hate us because they ain't us. The other one was him. Yeah, wow. Damn. Man. Yeah, I think so. The power potential is unreal. All eyes on Megumi right now. It became the Megumi arc. Yeah, Sukuna has his eyes on him too. What is it? You were just standing there doing nothing. Looks like Animus from FF10 with like a bit of Yojimbo. This is maybe the first non-animal, or maybe it is an animal that he summoned. Oh, that was such a cool callback. What is your obsession with dying? And that's how he ended up in a crumpled heap against the wall. This raises so many interesting questions for me. I don't remember if he's ever outlined that summons thing in full detail before, but I'm wondering, what's number 10? What's the most powerful? And what number is this? Also, what did it look like when he subjugated that horde of rabbits? I think he just got smushed. Alright, is that how he survived last time? Huh? Wait, why did Sukuna just save him? That was a lucky save. So he really did summon this knowing that this would be the end of him, or fully thinking it would be. I'm so curious to see like how powerful this thing actually is. Sukuna destroying him easily wouldn't surprise me, but it being insanely powerful also wouldn't surprise me given what they're building for Megumi. I mean, we've had all the top people take note of his power and his potential. Okay, at least it's insanely strong, even if not on Sukuna's level. How is this dude still alive? Why is he still alive? It took me a little while to realize, actually, I think, maybe I'm wrong about this, but last episode, there's a shot of Sukuna's feet approaching. It's the same one in the intro, which I falsely assumed was Yuji. I'm loving the cinematic feel of this episode. They put so much into this. Wait, where did he get the popcorn from? Or whatever that is. Wait, what? I'm confused. I feel like I missed some frames. He gets knocked into a wall. He just comes out with snacks, because why not? This is true power. It's cool to see Sukuna actually go up against a challenge for once. Classic. Bullet cars. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clearly established that Sukuna's more powerful, but at the same time... He's kind of the perfect person to witness this too, as this like sniveling, weak coward. Okay. All right, that should do it, right? Now we got more lore to understand. Man, no wonder the animators are complaining. It's like 4 episodes in a row of this. Yeah, Sukuna does not care at all about collateral damage. Oh, Shades of Infinite. Why does Megumi feel like the main character all of a sudden? Like, I knew everybody was watching him. I knew that he had this kind of latent power. I didn't know it was like this. This is not like a fully formed... This is not the highest rank, right? For Sukuna to be having this much trouble. Whoa. Man, I feel like I need to watch this whole sequence again. This is unreal. Alright, that's more like it. That's more of what I expected. That doesn't look good. Okay. I can barely even comprehend what's happening. There's just so much stimulus. Sukuna just hit him with the universe. That was one of those like old school RPG villain final attacks that takes 5 minutes. Sukuna just hit him with Tokyo and then a plane for good measure. And satellites were there. And then he was underwater. The Jujutsu sorcerers are gonna have a really hard time doing damage control for this one. And he's still alive somehow. Whoa. It's so artistically done. It's like all of Shibuya is just eviscerated. Yeah, I was severely underestimating Megumi's powers. Yeah, I'm with you, Sukuna. I agree. Yeah, this should be it. Yeah, if he wanted Megumi before, now he wants him more than ever. Oh, I think you need to worry a lot more. So you do need to one-shot him. Oh no, I thought we were doing so well. We had such low casualties. I don't like how they just flashed that whole neighborhood. Damn! It looked a whole lot like a nuclear blast. Is Yuji back? Oh, Yuji! Oh no! Oh, that was Yuji being somewhat cognizant of that, right? Or aware? Oh, and the episode opened with his grandfather's request of doing good and helping people. Speaking of the first episode, this cuts back to that decision. The people who wanted to kill Yuji to prevent this exact thing are maybe somewhat vindicated by this. My first instinct, though, is just sympathy for Yuji, who's going to eventually wake up to this, like all the good that he's done or tried to do. While this is not his fault, I mean, I could definitely imagine him feeling it that way. He did play a role in it. You know, he did eat Sukuna's fingers. Personally, I wouldn't blame him for this, but I would 100% understand him feeling total responsibility for it. This also, come to think of it, speaking of like Megumi Yuji flashbacks, there was that time where Yuji wanted to save someone and Megumi didn't because he said the person was like a convicted felon or did something bad. I don't remember what it was. And Megumi asked him, what would you do? How would you feel if he goes on to do terrible things again? Imagine witnessing this. Imagine being here for this. Don't tell me he lives after all that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Goodbye. His miracles have run out. Good, so not if he actually did kill him. Just delayed. That's good. He dropped him off. How did they miss like that huge like explosion? Imagine taunting Yuji too as your last move and just leaving him here to witness this as if it wasn't going to suck bad enough already. Just imagine the sheer confusion. Wow, it's just gone. It's just totally gone. That we don't care about. That's fine. But the other stuff. Oh, he's getting it all at once. I mean, understandable. I'm not a fan of this storytelling vehicle, but yeah. Wow. Ugh. Damn, man. Feel so bad for Yuji. And also like the 40,000 people that just died. But Yuji, was horrifying. Yeah, this Shibuya incident just got a whole lot more incident. This, I mean, this is the finale, right? Of the season? Like, I know it's only episode 17, but it feels like that. The music it makes it extra bad too. Like, they were special. How Yuji responds to this is so critical and interesting to me. It's a big debt. Yeah. Alright, I'm starting to see what the trepidation and excitement around this arc was. I didn't fully realize the scale until this episode. I thought, going into this arc, hearing all the sort of fear about it, that it was going to be a lot of character deaths or protagonist deaths, and it wasn't that. But it feels like nothing will ever be the same just for so many reasons. I mean, one, the whole villain pack pretty much, outside of Mihito, who's sort of his own entity anyway, is gone. Like, the focus is totally shifted. The stakes have been raised significantly. Sukuna's power escalated exponentially. The world can't ever be the same after this, after an incident like this, you would imagine. The sorcerer's lives can't be the same after this. Yuji in his lowest state ever, most likely, and also probably with the least amount of resources or people on his side, friends at his disposal than ever. Least of all himself, who now, you know, questioning why he's even alive, should he have just died. For me personally, I don't fault Yuji. I think you hold people accountable for their direct decisions and the values and principles that underlie those decisions. And I don't think Yuji wanting to live, thinking he could fight it out and do good and overcome the evil inside him, I don't think that was a mistake. And he wasn't conscious for any of that, even if his decision to go on this path and to, you know, fighting for his life. I don't think fighting for your life, wanting to survive despite the potential for evil inside of yourself, is a mistake. It led to massive tragedy. But it feels like most of that, especially in these latter episodes, were a result of circumstances that were outside of his control. Just a lot of things went wrong. The wrong people showed up. People had motivations for using him. He was unconscious, etc. To put it in the most zoomed out terms, if you make a decision that's right, that you're convicted in and has solid values behind it, but those decisions end up through just random cause and effect outside of your understanding and control, lead to tragedy, it's not on your soul. It's not on your conscience, even if, though it'll probably will feel that way. Life is so complex and the threads of cause and effect so hard to interpret or predict that even the best of actions can lead to the worst of outcomes, and the worst of actions can lead to the best of outcomes, which is why I think the most actionable thing is focusing on the decisions moment to moment and doing the best you can with the things that are directly in your control at any given time. To give an analogous example from this very show, Yuji saved the person that Megumi wanted to leave early in season 1. For me, what I'm evaluating is his decision to save a life, and to me that feels right. Could that guy go on to do terrible things? Maybe. But that would fall on the conscience of that guy, not on Yuji. That's how I feel about this incident. But I also totally understand why Yuji would be grief-stricken and why this might be a loss of confidence. The only possible positive thing to come out of this is if he's able to use this, as it appears he might be, to, I don't know, you can't write this wrong, but to do as much good as he can from here on out. If only Toto was here. Okay, he looks alright. He's walking. That's a good sign. It didn't look good. Looks a lot better now than before. Oh no. Speaking of getting the Levi treatment, as if the ending of this episode wasn't dark enough, just give us that last little slice of Nanami being disfigured, why don't you? Will they dare give a lighthearted Jujutsu banter at the end of the credits? Let's see. I hope so. For once, I actually want to hear it. Cleaning up palate cleanser. Oh yeah, you don't say. Okay, thank you, Panda. Oh yeah, Panda calming me down. Doesn't matter. Right and wrong, huh? That should be interesting. So I guess that was just the ending of the Shibuya incident arc. And man, what an ending it was. Like I said, it's not what I expected at all, but it's devastating in its own right. I mentioned in the last couple episodes getting whiplash in terms of all the random characters showing up and the focal threat changing so rapidly. I don't know where we are at the end of this. I don't know like what happens and where we go from here. I just know that things are going to be different. This is an action episode to end a string of action episodes, but for me this felt like the episode. Maybe not necessarily the best fight. It was definitely the craziest fight visually. Also crazy because it really put Megumi on the map for me in ways I hadn't anticipated. But just the stakes and the outcome and what it means for Yuji are pretty incredible. Like as cool as the beach domain fight between Toji and Duman, Mungus. Damn it. What the hell's his name? Octopus guy were. Compare that to the annihilation of, I guess, Shibuya at Yuji's hands, sort of. Also, in a way that's hard for me to explain, I feel like this incident, it's on Megumi too. Megumi and Yuji are kind of a pair in this. They're both kids with incomplete ideals that they're still exploring, but their lives are linked. Their outlooks are different, but both about saving people, right? And justice and doing the right thing, making the most of their lives. And they've always had a kind of unspoken, not largely spoken, respect for each other. Megumi also at times being an advocate for Yuji. And also him summoning this demon was like a backboard for Sukuna to bank in his doomsday attack. I feel like they'll end up sharing a lot of the pain and a lot of the journey. Their lives got a lot more tragic, but maybe, hopefully, I guess, more connected, more of a unified path.